All right, everybody, welcome to your 1 hour vinyasa. Let's stand it up. Let's come to the front of our mat. Separate your feet a little bit wider than your normal stance. Roll your heels out just a bit. Press right foot, left foot like you're marching, a little wag of your tail. Shake the hands out, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. And then move the head a little bit to soften through the neck. And then we're going to just take our hands to our knees or thighs. We're going to bend the knees a little bit. And like we're moving through cat-cow, we're going to inhale, just drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the chest. And then exhale, round and squeeze. Tuck the tailbone as you engage the belly. And let's do that again. Inhale, belly drops, lift the heart, lift the chin and chest. And then exhale, round and squeeze. Let's do one more round. Inhale, belly drops, lift the heart, chin and chest. Exhale, round and squeeze. Nice. Into neutral spine, lower your forearms to your knees or thighs, and then you're just going to shift your weight a little bit from side to side. You can bend and straighten the knees so you get a sense of the hamstrings and the connection of the glutes to the hamstrings. You can do them both at the same time as well, so you can kind of bend and straighten here. And we're just kind of checking out the backs of the legs, so you're just moving a bit. And once that feels pretty good, let's take the left hand to the floor or a block or whatever you can get a hold of. Bend your left knee a little bit more and then reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Roll your right wrist, wiggle your fingers, and pulse your hand. You have some options here. You can stay just like this as you bend and straighten the knees, but if you need a little bit more, you can bend your right elbow so the back of the hand finds the lower back or the top of the left thigh. So you're kind of drawing the right shoulder back as the heart comes up towards the ceiling. The left hand is pressing into the ground. You're having a twist and you're feeling some sensation in the hamstrings. On your exhalation, bring the right hand to your right thigh, left hand to the left thigh. So we are where we started. So hands to thighs, belly drops, lift the heart, chin, and chest. Exhale, round and squeeze. And let's do two more of those. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Neutral spine, elbows once again down towards the thighs, and then a little bit of movement again. So bend and straighten the knees. They can be individually moving or both at the same time. And then we're going to do that same twist that we did the one side, but we'll do the other side. So right hand comes down, right knee bends a little bit more. That's to help with the twist. Left arm reaches up. This may be plenty. You can straighten that left knee to get the sensation of a hamstring. You try to straighten the right knee. It's a little bit harder. Left elbow can bend, back of the hand can find lower back if you need it. Draw the left shoulder back, lift the chin, lift the gaze towards the ceiling. One more deep full breath. Nice, and then exhale, left hand to left thigh, right hand to right thigh, and then just a little bit of movement from side to side here. Lower to your elbows or forearms, bend and straighten the knees. Now heel toe your feet a little bit closer towards one another. The right hand comes down between the feet, and then step your right foot all the way back. Twist and open, left arm reaches up. So now we're in this kind of dragonfly twist. Push through your right heel, hug the left thigh towards the belly. Left arm is reaching up. And on the exhalation, left hand comes down, right foot steps forward. We're going to switch those hands. We're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So left hand comes between the feet. Left foot steps back, twist and open right arm. Reaches up, roll that right wrist, push through the left heel, straighten that left knee as best you can, and then exhale, right hand comes down, right foot steps back. So now we're in plank. Push through the heels, tuck the tailbone, lift the chin, lift the chest. In plank pose, we're engaging the belly and we're taking a little bit of the curvature out of your back. So I don't want you to drop the belly. So you're going to tuck that tailbone. And then let's just lift the hips into down dog. So really long spine. Feet are about hips distance apart. You're bending right knee, left knee as you wag your tail. You can shake your head, soften the jaw. And when you are ready, bring your feet a little closer towards one another. Right leg lifts up to the sky. Bend your right knee and stack the right hip on top of the left hip. And then bring your knee towards your belly or your chest. Step your right foot forward, and then lower your left knee down and point your left toes. Hands come up to the right thigh. Now support this left kneecap if there's any sensation that's uncomfortable. That's pillow or blanket or anything soft. Before we shift forward, I want to take the ribs and the belly, draw them in, and then tuck the tailbone. You can even take the hand to the lower back and the hand to the belly. And as you sink forward, there's a tendency to have this curvature. See if you can keep that in. And as you draw forward, you'll feel it top of the left thigh. And I'm okay with vacillating towards and away from sensation. So when we move through vinyasa, it's the breath that moves us. So inhalation may bring you back, exhalation may get you a little bit forward, and then give yourself a moment to find that position that's really good. Stable. Arms drop, kind of wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, and then the arms reach up. Let's bend the elbows, hands and elbows draw back. Lift the heart, lift the chin, lift the chest. Swivel your palms down slowly, and then interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades, straighten the elbows, lift the heart, lift the chin, lift the chest. One deep full breath here. Exhale, release your hands, surround your right foot and roll over your left toes. Right foot steps back, plank. So if you'd like, you can go right into down dog, but if you do need a little bit of movement, you can either lower halfway down through up dog, thighs are off the ground, or you can go knees, floor, cobra, and then down dog. Keep in mind, child's pose is there if you need it. You can bend right knee, left knee into your down dog. You can shake the head, soften the jaw, or you can find stillness. One more deep, full breath. Nice, and let's try the other side. So left leg lifts on up. Bend your knees, stack left hip on top of right hip, so you're getting some space in the left ribs. And then left knee draws towards the belly, chest as you step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee down, point your right toes. Hands come up left thigh. And then once again, support that right kneecap if you need to. Ribs and belly draw in. You don't have to keep the hands here. But I just want you to know that when we sink hips forward, this happens all the time because we're trying to get super far and then the lower back feels it. So ribs and belly draw in, tailbone tucks, and then sink the hips forward and back. And this is a little bit of regulation to find out where that hip flexor is kind of showing up. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. And when you're comfortable, drop the hands, give them a little shake. Arms reach up. Elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back. Lift the heart, chin and chest. Swivel the palms down slowly. Interlace fingers behind your back. Opposite thumb comes on top. Squeeze shoulder blades, straighten the elbows. Lift the heart, lift the chin, lift the chest. For stability, you can always press the top of the right foot down. Nice. Exhale, release the hands. Hands surround the left foot. Roll over your right toes, lift your right knee. Left foot steps back. So yogi's choice again. You can go into down dog. You can lower halfway down through up dog or knees, floor, cobra. And then moving away, that supports you. So maybe stillness, maybe child's pose, maybe table pose. All these are available. 2 deep, full breaths. The gaze is at the toes or the knees. The arms are long and strong. And then inhale, come onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, come halfway up as you flatten, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin, release the head. A breath or two here as you just kind of move around a little bit, kind of wag the tail, shake the head, yes and no. Inhale, halfway up, hands find the thighs. Lift the chin up a little bit more, lift the torso on up. You could get a little lightheaded. I want you to go nice and slow. Swivel your palms towards the front of your mat. Shake out your arms and legs, maybe a little wag of the tail. All right, hands to heart center. Let's move a little bit more. Inhale, arms reach up. Right hand grabs left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Little gaze underneath your left tricep. Left palm is facing down. Breathe into the ribs. And then inhale, come back to center. Let's switch. Left hand grabs right wrist. Exhale, side bend to the left. And once again, I just want you to ease into the pose. There's never any rush to get into that full expression. Inhale back to center, lift the chin, lift the gaze, maybe a subtle back bend if you need it. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold forward, no rush. Release your arms, tuck your chin. Inhale, halfway, flatten, lengthen, lift the heart, chin, and chest. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands, walk, step, or float all the way back, top of a push-up. And it's always your choice. You can go into down dog, you can lower down halfway, so through chaturanga. And you can always change it too. So you'll end up in down dog or a restorative posture. Give yourself 2 breaths to feel it all. Long spine, strong arms and legs. You may feel it in the hamstrings as well. So I'm okay with a little bit of a bent knee. All right, right leg lifts on up. Once again, you can bend open and stack if you need it. If not, you can just draw the heel towards the ceiling. And then right knee towards the belly, chest. Again, hold here for a moment. Right foot steps forward. Let's swivel our back foot, warrior 1, arms reach straight on up. And once again, I want stability first. So you can bend and straighten this right knee. You can try to square the hips the best you can. Soften the shoulders down and away from the ears. Let's bend the elbows. Hands and elbows draw back. Take your right elbow underneath your left elbow. Either grab your shoulders or right hand grabs left wrist or palm, so eagle arms. Elbows are up, shoulders are down. Rose, rotate your thumbs a little bit closer towards your nose from like here to here. Yeah, you had it right. Your connection is right. Yeah, thumbs towards the face. There you go. Yeah, just like this. Yeah. That's it. Cool. All right. So if you need more, you can hinge forward so the elbows hover over the right knee, or you can move the torso a little to the left and drop the right shoulder inside the right knee. Tuck the chin. 1 deep full breath. Slowly come on up. Unwind your arms and twist to the left, warrior 2. So for my warrior 2, I'm a little bit more open with the stance. So shoulders down and away from the ears. The right knee presses out towards pinky toe, so you feel a little bit in that right groin. Ribs and belly draw in, so just like we did with that supported crescent, it's like tucking the tailbone. All right, swivel your right palm up. Drop your left arm down the leg and give that left arm a little shake. Slide that right arm up and over your right ear. All right, the gaze can be underneath your right arm or down to your left big toe. Breathe into your right ribs. Sink a smidge more into that right knee. Now take your right forearm to your right thigh. Keep your left hand to your left hip to start with. And I want you to take your left thumb and massage the lower back. And while you do this, draw the left shoulder back a little bit, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then when you do that, invite the right knee out towards right pinky toe. So think about opening up space between your hip bones or the pelvis. Now, extend the left arm straight up. Swivel your palm towards the front of the room And then extend the left arm over the left ear. So the left side body is really long, like from left middle finger all the way down to the left ankle. All right, one more deep full breath. And then inhale, come on up, back to your warrior two. Straighten your right knee. Take the hands to the hips. Draw the hips back and then reach the crown of the head forward. So you're kind of like hinging a little bit at the waist. Take your right hand, extend it out in front of you like you're trying to shake someone's hand. Now right here, you're just gonna drop the arm down. The back of the right hand is inside the right leg. It's gonna press and you're gonna draw that left shoulder back like you're trying to get the heart up towards the ceiling. Now extend the left arm straight up. Triangle pose. So your right knee is straight, the right quadricep is strong. The arms are open and you're maybe pressing on the inside of the right leg to help the torso twist. Nice work, look good. Inhale, come on up, hands to hips. Rotate your right toes so the outsides of the feet are parallel to the short ends of the mat. Thumbs to the lower back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the heart, lift the chin, lift the chest. Hips sink a little forward. Think about a subtle back bend, but more like long spine. All right, draw your chin towards your chest. Your arms are gonna stay right where they are. You're gonna hinge at the waist until your torso is like a table, like it's flat. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take just your right hand down right underneath your nose. Twist and open, left arm reaches up to the sky. Soften your right groin, the inside of the right leg as you twist. We're going to do that in reverse now. So take left hand to hip, right hand to hip, square the torso, left hand down underneath the nose, right shoulder draws back, right arm reaches up, soften left groin. So inside the left leg, as you twist, you're going to kind of get a little sensation in that left groin. All right, take the right hand down. Tuck your chin, wide leg forward fold. Soften the shoulders. Hands can find opposite elbow, or they can walk between the legs, or you can grab feet, ankles, or shins. So really any position that's comfortable with your arms and hands, do that. Give yourself a breath or two here in the stillness. And then we're going to kind of get ourselves a little bit of movement. So take the hands underneath the shoulders, scoot your feet in a little bit, and then you're just going to bend your right knee just a smidge so that right knee bends, left leg is straight. Come on up and then do the other side so the hands may move with you. And then we're gonna do that again. So come on up and walk the hands. You can go lower if you'd like. So you're gonna go left side, right side, about 4 or 5 times. And it can be slow, it could be low, right? You could go all the way down and hip finds the heel if you'd like. Or maybe it's just a little bit of drift from side to side. So that movement from side to side is up to you. I just want you to kind of feel what's going on. Is one side tighter than the other? Does one side need more attention? And so when you're pretty good here, we're just going to get the hands to the front of our mat as it surrounds the left foot as you come onto the toes. And we're going to do pigeon on the left side. So that left shin lays down and that right leg extends behind you. So get into that position. Now, if anybody is feeling like their left knee is funky, raise your hand. Everyone's left knee is cool? Jessica, are you okay? You're good? Okay, cool. Rose, your knee's okay? Cool. All right. Everyone's cool. All right, good. All right, so first things first, left foot in alignment with right leg. Hip bones, these two bones right here, square to the floor. Before you come forward, let's get tall. So I want you to walk your hands back. And you're gonna press and you're gonna try to get as high as you can. You may feel in this right hip flexor. From here, hip bones towards the floor. All right, and then walk your hands towards the bent knee. So to the left, keep the torso up, gaze over your left shoulder as if you're trying to look for your right heel. Yes. A breath here. See if you can get a little bit taller with the torso. Yep. All right, now back to center. Okay, from here, if you don't feel enough in your left hip, now's the chance for you to scoot this left foot a little bit farther forward and then drop the right hip bone towards the floor. Now that you're settled in, check in, left knee. All right, now elbows down, little shift from side to side. If you need more, extend your arms out in front of you and soften. All right, I'm going to give you one more option. So if you're still needing more and your left shin is parallel to the front of your mat, you're going to thread the needle. What that is right arm underneath the left arm, and you're going to rest to the outside of the right shoulder and right cheek. Left hand could be pressing into the floor as you twist. Cool. All right. Now, through your exhalation, allow the right hip bone to become heavy. Through exhalation. Allow your breath to deepen a little bit more than your normal breath. Do less, a little bit of time and space here. All right, really slowly, hands under shoulders, gently lift yourself on up. Roll over your right toes, lift your right knee, and then you're gonna send that left leg all the way back up. You can bend, open, stack, you can shake it out, you can make big circles, you can even flip your dog if you'd like. Left foot flips over behind you, and maybe even flip back over and maybe just settle into your down dog. If down dog's not working for you today, table pose is there. So give yourself about 3 breaths, whatever's working. And then when you are ready, settle into the down dog and then lift that right leg on up, bend, open, and stack. And then bring that right foot forward. And then bring that left foot forward. Inhale, halfway up, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, fold, tuck your chin. Inhale, root to rise all the way to standing. Arms reach up. Lift the chin and chest. Exhale, hands to heart center. Swivel your palms open. Just a reminder, if you're loving a pose, like I saw Jill, you were in that down dog and you were loving it, you're more than welcome to stay. And then when you are ready, you just meet on up. So if you're in a pose and you're like, man, I love this hip opener, and I bring you out and you're like, I'd like to stay longer, you stay longer. There's no problems with you missing a pose or two, and you can always catch up. Cool? All right. So shake out the legs a little bit, shake out the hands. We're just going to take care of the other side. So hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift the chin, lift the gaze. A little back bend if you're warm enough and need it. Exhale, fold forward. No rush. Release your arms, tuck your chin, and soften. Feel the hamstrings. Inhale, halfway, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands, walk, step, or float. Top of a push-up. You can slide right into down dog, or you can move through a variation of chaturanga, upward dog, or cobra. Exhale, down dog. A breath or two here. Long spine. Looks good. Left leg lifts on up. Whatever variation of a 3-legged dog works. So heel towards the ceiling or bend the knee and stack the hip. On the exhalation, the knee comes towards the belly and chest, and then softly step your left foot forward. Swivel your back foot, warrior one. So arms reach up, shoulders are square to the front of your mat, and settle in so you can bend and straighten and move the feet. And then once you're comfortable, elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back. Let's take the left elbow underneath the right elbow. Either hand finds shoulders or left hand grabs right wrist or palm. And the reason why I'm kind of staring at the screen is because a lot of people do this wrong, and I just want to make sure that you guys are settled in. All right, elbows are up, shoulders are down. If you have the hands that come away from the face. Keep in mind, this may be plenty. You can breathe space in the upper back, but you have options. You can come forward, maybe the elbows over the left knee, or a little swivel to the right, and then drop the left shoulder inside the left knee. If it's too much, you come on out. A breath here. Nice. Slowly, come on up. Unwind your arms, twist to the right, open it up. Warrior two. So for me, I got to widen my stance a little bit. And so when we work through warrior two, we're trying to get space between these two hip bones. So right shoulder, right hip draws back. Left knee presses out. So we're kind of like finding the space between two of them. Arms are nice and wide. The chin drops towards the left shoulder, and we're relaxing the arms a little bit. So there's some softness in the power. All right, drop your right arm down, give it a little shake. Swivel your left palm up, reach up and over. And as you reach with your left arm over your left ear, you can sink a little bit more into that left knee. So you're kind of moving in two different directions. The neck fairly neutral. So whatever gaze works for you, either your right big toe or underneath the left tricep, do that. And then take your left forearm to the left knee or thigh. And once again, we're going to start with the hand on the hip, right hand on the hip. Right thumb massages the lower back. While you do that, you're going to invite your right elbow and right shoulder back. You're going to lift the chin up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to invite your left knee out towards left pinky toe. So once again, we're kind of pressing it out. All right, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Swivel your palm towards the front of your mat, and then extend that right arm over your right ear. So once again, long right side body. Gaze is up towards the ceiling. One big inhale and slow exhale. Nice. Inhale, come on up with the torso. Hands to the hips and straighten your left knee. So we're going to do a little bit with these hips here. So right hip draws back. The torso leans forward, and then the left arm extends out in front of you. All right, left arm out in front. That's it. There you go. And then the left arm drops down. Once again, it doesn't matter where it goes to. So you're going to press a little bit in the back of the left hand. Draw your right shoulder, right hip back. Right arm stretches straight up. So shoulders are stacking. You're kind of trying to stack the hips. Mine aren't stacked, and I don't know if they ever will be. But the left quadricep is strong. That left knee is straight. And you're giving yourself a breath here. The gaze can be over your right thumb, or if that's not working with your neck, you can look down. Nice. Inhale, come on up. Hands to hips. Woo. Swivel your left toes, outsides of the feet parallel to the short ends of the mat. Thumbs towards the lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the heart. Lift the chin and chest. And think about long spine. Nice. Chin towards chest. Hinge forward at the waist. This time we're just going to bring the hands all the way down. Tuck the chin, release your head. And then bend right knee, left knee. Kind of like the same thing we did last time, but just kind of find some stability. You're just going to go back and forth and some fluidity. And you're going to do it 3-4 times. And once again, you can go as low as you'd like, or you can stay a little bit higher. 2 more breaths. Let's come back to center. Tuck your chin. Crown of the head is coming towards the floor. This is an inversion. Heavy shoulders, heavy arms. So think about like trying to get the forearms to the floor. You may not get there, but that's kind of like heavy elbows. One more deep, full breath. All right, hands under shoulders. Walk your hands to the front of your mat so your hands are going to surround your right foot. Is that right? Sorry, left foot. Which side do we do? I want to do pigeon on the other side. So is that left leg pigeon? Yeah. So hands are on left foot. That's right. No, that's not right. Right, is it? I keep rotating myself. It must be right side. So hands around right foot. That should be the front of your mat. And then right shin down and straighten the left toes. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. So hands walk back towards the shin. So as we get taller here, you'll feel it. All right, so hips are down, lengthen torso, and then we're going to walk the hands towards the bent knee. And we're going to twist and gaze over that right shoulder. And when we do that, we're going to see if we can drop the left hip bone towards the floor. It's kind of like preparation for pigeon. All right, see if you can get taller with the torso. Yes. Back to center. Lengthen. Assess the right glute. If you need more, you scoot the right foot forward and square the hip bones. Everyone's right knee is okay. Cool. Okay, cool. All right, elbows down, floor or block or bolster or pillow, whatever you need. If you need more, extend your arms, soften your heart, forehead towards the floor. And then we give you that one more twisting option if you need it. So it's threading the needle. So left arm behind the right arm, and then we're just gonna soften left shoulder, left cheek. Now I can't show you that because I'm way too tight in my hips. So if you did it on one side, you may not be able to do it on the other side, and that's okay. Through exhalation, left hip bone heavy and soft. The breath pattern is smoothing out those edges. And this practice is releasing the grip of our attachment. And I'm talking about two attachments, like the muscle to the bone, that attachment, as well as the attachment to the external world, the things that we think we know and plan and all these different, like we get buy-in, like this is going to happen, right? And as we know, as like attachment is, it leads to suffering, right? So let's see if we can free ourselves of a little bit of suffering with keeping the body and mind malleable. One more deep, full breath. Through exhalation, just surrender as best you can. All right, hands underneath shoulders, gently lift yourself on up, roll over your left toes, lift your left knee, send that right leg all the way back. Once again, it could be three-legged dog, it could be three-legged table, it could be child's pose. You're just taking care of the right leg. And if you want to flip your dog, you take that right foot, slowly find the floor behind you. You can lift the heart, extend. You can flip it back over. You can make big circles with your knee, clockwise, counterclockwise, and settle into your down dog or any position that's supporting the body. And give yourself two of the deepest, fullest breaths you have taken in the last couple days. And when you are ready, walk, step, or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway up, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale all the way up to standing nice and slow. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Swivel your palms open. Shake it all out. Nice work. Let's do a little balance pose. Let's do who wants dancer and who wants tree. Say dancer first. How about this? you can do whatever you want. You can do dancer or you can do tree. All right, so let's start with left foot down. So tree pose, right foot inside of the leg, not on the knee, hands to heart center. Dancer pose, left foot roots down, right hand grabs the right foot or ankle. Left arm reaches up, press in. So the reason I give you the options, because it doesn't matter to me the pose. What matters is you're standing on one foot. Wherever you are, you can find the position of the hands that are comfortable. So if you're in tree, you can interlace fingers behind your back. You can do another eagle arms. You can extend the arms up, elbows, right? Any movement that works. If you're in dancer pose, you can press and you can lengthen, you can square the hips. Keep in mind, whatever you're doing with that left leg, make sure the quadricep is strong. So if you lock the knee, there's a tendency for the quadricep to be soft. So give yourself, let's stay here until you feel something in the left leg that's like, whoa, that's a little intense. Could be ankle, could be foot, it could be quadricep. And then once you feel that, give yourself one breath. And this is what happens when people come into your practice. They kind of throw you off. Right, Keith? You're like, I am practicing. When you're ready, slowly come on out. And you may want to stay there longer, and that's fine too. Once you come out, get your left foot malleable. So press on the tops of the left toes so you can feel it up through the ankle and roll it out. I find that when I balance for a little bit longer than I want to, the muscles in my feet are like kind of grabbing. So I want to make sure the feet and the ankle are pretty supported. And then when you're ready, do the other side. Keep in mind, if you did tree pose on one side, you can do dancer pose on the other side. It's fine. So find whatever you want. If it's tree pose, right foot roots down, left foot calf, inner thigh or ankle, hands to heart center, or arms can reach up, or once again, any variation that works for you. If you're in dancer, you can grab the foot, square the hips, arms reach up, and then strengthen the right leg. So if you're ambitious, you can bend and straighten the right knee. If your balance is really funky, just use a wall to give yourself some support, because the hand supporting the torso is still giving you strength in the right leg. We're still standing on one foot. It's giving ourselves a little bit of a break. So keep feeling what's going on and see what shows up first. Ankle, foot, quadricep, hamstring. If you're in dancer pose, sometimes the left shoulder gets fatigued. If you're in tree pose, sometimes both shoulders get fatigued. And when you are ready, and that's not a cue to come out, so if you're not ready, don't come out. But if you are ready, you can slowly bring yourself on out. Once you do come out, take care of that right foot, right ankle, right leg. Play around a bit, maybe roll the ankle, maybe shake it out. And then when you're pretty stable here, press right foot, left foot as you wag your tail. All right, nice work. Hands to heart center. We're gonna get to the floor. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Release your arms, tuck your chin. Inhale, halfway flatten, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, walk, step, float all the way back, top of a push-up. Yogi's choice, maybe a yogi push-up or two, or maybe up dog or cobra, maybe down dog. Settle in, down dog, or any posture that's kind of working for you. Give yourself one breath. Drop your knees down, cross at your ankles, roll over your feet, extend your legs out in front of you. So extended legs, seated pose, hips are rooting down, give the legs a shake. Lengthen your arms up, get nice and tall, and hinge at the pelvis. So belly button towards the thighs. Arms are extending like you're gonna hand somebody a present. Shoulders down and away from the ears, palms are facing one another, and extend and stretch forward. 2 breaths. Nice. Inhale, come on up. Right knee bends, right foot over left thigh. Right hand to the floor, left arm reaches up. Left elbow slides over that right thigh or knee, belly draws in, gently twist to the right. 2 breaths. The work is the belly, drawing up and in, sensations, belly, lower back. So it's little less in the shoulders. Nice. Inhale, come back to center. Switch legs. Left foot over right thigh. Left hand to the floor by the hip or by the spine. Right arm reaches up. Right elbow over left thigh or knee. Belly draws in. Twist. Belly's in and up. Nice. Come back to center. Both hands behind you. Unwind the legs. Root down through your sit bones. And then take the hands to the backs of the legs. Come to your toes. Balance. And then flex the feet. Shins parallel to the floor. Lift the heart. Soften the shoulders. Get a little less on the backs of the legs. If the lower back feels okay, extend the arms. If the lower back is a little sensitive, maybe you keep them here. Give yourself 3 breaths. You can find stillness or you can find movement by maybe pedaling the legs. If you want a little bit of a twist, you can extend the arms as you open them. You can even lower halfway down and up. So if you're needing a little bit more attention through the core, you can do this variation. 1 more deep full breath. And as slowly as you can, lower all the way down until you are flat. And then you're going to scoot yourself to the middle of your mat. Once you get there, extend your arms up over your head. Stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. And then draw that right knee towards your belly as you give it a little squeeze. And then that right knee just gently drops to the left. Spinal twist. The hands and arms can find any position that's comfortable. So like wide like wings or left hand to right thigh. Chin can be at the chest or over the right shoulder. And then you can start to smooth out your breath now so it's a little bit more gentle. Right? The exhalation is softening through belly and lower back. The eyes can be open or closed. And you're just letting any of the residual energetic pattern of the day just kind of melt into the mat. Jaw starts to soften, forehead softens. Maybe feel the heat of the body and the fluid movement of the inhalation and exhalation. These sensations of the body is present moment. And that's really everything that we need is here and now. Nice. Very slowly, right knee comes on up. Switch legs. So right knee straightens, left knee towards belly, chest, a little squeeze, a little bit of movement from side to side. When you are ready, left knee drops to the right. Keep in mind, right side, left side may be different. So you modify towards the sensation that is needed. Could be lower back, could be hip, could be mid-spine, could be front of the left shoulder. And soften. Keep in mind, we as humans are always moving towards comfort, right? Comfort and convenience. And I don't have a problem with comfort and convenience, but we just need to know that within comfort and convenience, there's very little healing and there's very little growth. So when we do feel sensations that are a little intense or uncomfortable, know that there is something there. And it's up to you to make sure that maybe you take it on, maybe you don't, and that's fine. Just know that it's there. This is like, we call it sometimes shadow work. Like, I know that there is a side of me that needs attention. I may work on it today, I may not, and that's okay. Slowly bring the left knee back on up. Draw both knees towards the belly chest. As you squeeze and move around, if you need more sensation, take both arms in between the legs, grab the bottoms of the feet, ankles, or shins, lift the ankles up over the knees or in alignment with the knees, and then separate the feet as wide as you can as you rock from side to side. Now, if you're really tight in hips and hamstrings, you may not be able to grab the feet. That's okay. You can grab the shins or you can grab the hamstrings. But the movement is still the same. So ankles over knees, thighs towards the outsides of the rib cage, and then there's movement. Bending, straightening knees, maybe bringing feet in and out. You can even massage your feet while you're up there if you got them. And when you are ready, Shavasana, your last resting pose, is waiting for you. So release your feet, heels find the corners of your mat. Externally rotate your thighs so the feet fall open and the lower back softens. Keep in mind, you can utilize pillows, blankets under the head, underneath the knees, or over the feet where you can get really comfortable. Palms can swivel up by your side body or left hand to heart, right hand to belly. Once you get settled in here, take a really nice big inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Allow the eyelids to close. Soften the fingers and toes. Relax the arms and the legs. Soften the belly, muscles on each side of the spine. Relax the fronts of the shoulders and the heart as your shoulder blades melt into the floor. So the body is very relaxed and soft. Start to relax the senses. So maybe the tongue drops off the roof of the mouth as you relax your jaw. Soften the edges of the nostrils. Maybe even let the eyes float away from each other in their sockets. Forehead soft, inner ears soft. Breath becomes more of a whisper. For the next few minutes, continue to allow whatever you don't need to melt away. Bring your awareness to every sensation and feeling in this moment, right here, right now. And just rest. You deserve it. As you bring your awareness to the stillness of your body, allow your breath to deepen. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles, and gently rocking your head from side to side. A little bit of movement for the reintegration from your body into this present space. Extending your arms up over your head, stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes, get nice and long. On your exhalation, draw both knees towards the chest as you wrap your arms around your legs and give yourself a little loving kindness as we start to suspend the judgment and the critique of ourselves. We are doing enough. We are enough. Nice. Right arm reaches up over your head, gently roll to your right side. And a moment to be here now, a little bit of gratitude, right, for these amazing, complex, energetic bodies housed with this wisdom, this intellect, this creativity, and this loving kindness. We are also very lucky to have access to these amazing bodies on this gorgeous planet. Softly pressing your hands into the floor and bring yourself up into a comfortable seat. And with a nice long spine, soft shoulders, tuck your chin and relax your jaw. Hands come together as a sign of connection to all things. Thumbs towards the heart for our loving compassion. Take a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Thank you guys so much for sharing your presence and your practice. And have a beautiful night. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. If you guys have any